Welcome back, everyone, to the GGBL opening day in Season 6, part number 2. If you guys missed part number 1, we had 3 games on tap. Really interesting matchups there. Please go check that out. That's our part number 1 of opening day. Part 2 here tonight. We got 6 games to cover. And we're going to jump here to Washington and Boston. You guys saw the numbers there. Jewel Carver had a losing record, but a better ERA and a better whip than Chris Peterson did. Except he was 14-7. Just the difference between two of these teams, right? The overall talent of the teams at play here. Tyson Cobb in the top of the 3rd inning gets a solo shot off of Jewel Carver. Maybe this is why he's a losing pitcher. He doesn't have any offense behind him. Got decent numbers with the ERA and the whip, but doesn't have the offense behind him to supplement any runs that he gives up. 1-0 game here, a walk, and then Chucky Pinkard comes up. That baby's gone. That's a 3-run shot, making it 4-0. First home run there for Pinkard, obviously, opening day. Bottom of the 3rd, Brady Dunn, former Richmond good boy, base hit here, moving the runner up 90 feet. Boston does have runners on to make a little something happen here. Willie Talbot, free agent acquisition, coming over from the San Francisco Grizzlies, where he spent the last 5 seasons. Put a good swing on that one, but that'll be caught out there in left field. Really nice catch on the run. Tom Cloutier steps up and delivers a base knock here right past DJ Taylor at 3rd base. That should score 1 run at least, and it does. Nice job by Tom Cloutier to stay right in there on that slider, barreling in on his hands. Charlie Ward steps up. Possible base hit. Yes, it will be a base hit. No error given on DJ Taylor. That would be a really tough error. So it is 4-2. Hard hit baseball. Taylor tried to do his best, making a nice play. Couldn't get the out at second. Machado will strike out. 1-2 pitch here to Trevino. Little looper over there to right field, but Quevedo's got that one. And that is the end of the Boston threat there in this inning. We'll jump here to the bottom of the 4th. Jupe Rana, the generational prospect that was drafted last season. He's up to the big leagues here at the GGBL level. Tough assignment here on opening day to take on Chris Peterson, one of the best pitchers in the league. And then we got Jupe grounded out here to first baseman Tyson Cobb, and that's it. So Boston's offense, other than the 2 runs that they scored there, then Jupe going hitless, there's nothing really else to write home about for these Revolution players. So that's it. Richard Cortez, your player of the game. Didn't see too much of him in the gameplay action here, but Pinkard drove the offense. 3 ribbies today with that 3-run shot. Then Tyson Cobb had the solo home run, and that was really it for the Swamp Monsters. Peterson did the rest and shut down the Revolution. Brady Dunn actually had a really great game. He went 3 for 5, made up 3 of the 7 total hits there for the Boston Revolution. They really got to figure out that middle of the order. Seemed like the top of the order were getting it done there. But again, Chris Peterson, tough pitcher. We'll see how they fare in the season simulation as we move forward. All right, Iowa and Pittsburgh. The Battle of the Pinstripes. Love this matchup. Looks really cool in gameplay, doesn't it? The gray, the purple pinstripes, the white, and yellow, and black for the Hammers. Love it. Liam Snow against Harvey Kidd. We got 2 left-handed pitchers that love to strike out their batters, right? Don't like to put the ball in play. They love to strike people out. Liam Snow's going to do exactly that here through 3. He's got quite a few strikeouts. His K/9 is going through the roof right now. Let's jump to the bottom of the 3rd inning. We've got Buck Pearson up. Lefty-righty matchup. Buck Pearson loves to hit against left-handers. Powerful right-handed swinging catcher. Loves to hit against those lefties. Takes him deep for the solo shot. Hammers up 1-0. Liam Snow up until this inning was throwing a no-hitter, by the way. Did get a walk given up. That will be the first base hit given up for Liam Snow. Here in the top of the 5th, it is Leonardo Sosa, former Mighty Beaver. He signed out here with Iowa last season, so this will be year number 2 for him in the Reapers uniform. 3-2 pitch here to Terry Haas. That's going to miss, and all of a sudden, Liam Snow's opening day sends him to the showers. Could not get through 5. Had a lot of strikeouts in this game. Pitch count was getting a little high, and they're going to have to call on to the bullpen here. Gino Fiore did not have a very good season as far as the ERA is concerned, and here's why. He walks a lot of batters. However, those 2 runners on base will be tacked on to Liam Snow if they come home, and they will. So Fiore continues to give up runs. However, those 2 runs will get tacked on to Liam Snow, not himself. So I guess his ERA is looking pretty sparkling right now. Buck Pearson, again, coming up against Harvey Kidd. I told you, man, he loves hitting against left-handers. And he gets the Hammers started here in the bottom of the 5th inning, trying to get a little comeback going here. Leadoff double. 3-2 pitch here to Denzel Good the 4th. He will walk. And that's going to do it for Harvey Kidd. So neither Snow nor Kidd could get through 5 innings in this game here today. Again, I'm not totally against this idea because it is opening day. You see this happen in the major leagues a lot as well. You want to be careful with your best arms. Connor Altman, base hit here, but that is a shallow base hit to the opposite side of the field. Not going to get the job done to score the runner. Runners, depending on how you look at that. Robert Hardesty strikes out. Luis Jimenez trying to get the job done here to lock this thing down. Steven Arturo draws a walk. That's going to bring a run home here. Pearson, who started this inning off with a double, does come home. 1 run down. King, big hitter here for the Hammers, but he swings at a fastball. Good pitch to hit, but he pops it up in a foul ground. They're not out of the woodwork yet, though. Reapers got to get this out. Ferrari playing shortstop here today, flips it over to second, and that is going to do it for the Hammers' threat in that inning. We will go ahead and jump all the way to the bottom of the 8th inning as Virgil Hull is going to come out here trying to shut these guys down. Line drive, that is going to be over Terry Haas's head. Really quick, speedy center fielder, one of the fastest in the game. I thought coming off the bat that Arturo hit would have been a line drive out, but it just kept on carrying and carrying and carrying. Alexander King, after the double, he strikes out looking. Might have been a little bit hesitant after the foul out that he had. Singer strikes out, but Ruiz comes through, rips this thing down the left field line. Cruz fires it back into second base, trying to cut off the double, but Omar Ruiz comes through with a RBI double. Look how far he had to bring those hands in to hit that inside pitch. We'll jump to the top of the 9th in a tie ball game. Justy Jeffrey strikes out here. Fiore's actually got 7 strikeouts in this relief performance. It's unbelievable how he was able to turn around this appearance here today. Buck Pearson throws out the speedy runner down there, trying to steal an extra bag. And we're going to the bottom of the 9th, guys, in a tie ball game. Runner on base here for the Pittsburgh Hammers, but Hardesty strikes out yet again. Cannot come through with a runner on base. So we'll go to extra innings. Caleb Bush is going to come on out here. 1.17 whip, 3.23 ERA. Very good pitcher for the Pittsburgh Hammers in that back end of the bullpen. So he's got a job to do. Shut down the top of the order here for the Reapers. He does get Haas. He gets Jacob Wall. 2 straight strikeouts. We'll see if he can finish this thing off with a 3rd. 1-2 pitch. George Cruz swung on and missed. Great changeup. And Caleb Bush sets down the top of the order in order via the strikeout. Great inning. Bottom 10th. Joey Singer comes up. Can't get it done. We're going to go to the 11th inning. Top of the 11th. Here we go. Giuseppe Ferrari against Caleb Bush. 2 custom players. Ferrari, deep drive to center field. The dive in center. It was almost caught. It would have been an incredible play in center field, but it will be a triple for the speedy Giuseppe Ferrari. A leadoff triple for the Reapers, and that's going to set them up here with nobody out. Man on 3rd. All you got to do is just put it in play. They brought the infield in. Would have been a play at home plate had Denzel Good made that play. But that's a base hit for Joey Brandon, and the Reapers will take a 4-3 lead and get their closer on to shut it down. End of the ball game. Reapers will get the W. That's a great game to watch. A lot of ups and downs, twists and turns. It's a good game. Rory Ibar somehow is your player of the game. I don't know about that. I don't like that one too much. Like, he got the win. He went 2 innings, 4 strikeouts. But, like, kid had 8 Ks. So if you're going to pick a pitcher, maybe pick that guy. But my pick, winning team, Reapers, I'd probably go Giuseppe Ferrari. He had that triple in the top of the 11th. He scored the winning run. Like, that's my pick. Played pretty good. All right, let's head on out here to Forest Heights Field. AL Central matchup between the Maples and the Jacks. Interesting, right? We got maple trees against the people who cut down the trees. The Jacks. Sorry, I had to do it. Aiden Oliver comes through here off of Onyebuchi Ihejirika. African-born pitcher coming over here to the United States. And apparently he's royalty. You guys remember him being drafted? He is not looking too royal right now. Can't handle this. This was an easy out. You see Matt Justice like barreling, lumbering down the first baseline. Can't make the play. That would have been a nice out to get. One out here. Base hit, Tyson Wright. Keegan Killian Murphy makes a strong throw coming back in from right field. Gets it all the way to first base. It's an incredible throw, but it's 3-0. Ihejirika does not look very comfortable here. Base hit again to Killian Murphy. Here comes the throw home. It is a little offline. Wow. Tyson Wright scores. He would have been out had Keegan Killian Murphy made a little bit more of an accurate throw here. Either way, it is 5-0 Maples in the first inning. Ouch. Let's jump to the top of the second. Killian Murphy goes, hot, 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 hot. This lumber's too hot. Settle down, settle down. We're good, we're good. It's 5-1. Keegan, it's 5-1, buddy. Like, we don't need to be doing that stuff either. Stop with the celebration. You're losing by a pretty substantial margin here. 4 runs. Top of the 4th. Yoma Kit Kat. Base hit. That's a gapper. Oliver's going to misplay it here just a little bit. Should be a double. Should be a run scored. And it will be. 5-2 game now. So it's a 3-run deficit. Killian Murphy. He's already 1 for 1 today. Is that a base hit? It is. Yoma. Rounding third. Headed for home. Oh, man. He's got no speed. No speed. He was almost thrown out from Aiden Oliver in center field. But it is 5-3 either way. They get a little flip there to end the bleeding. Stop the bleeding here. 5-3 ball game. Ihejirika settled down quite a bit here. After the first inning, he has not given up a single run. Gets a nice double play ball right there. 6-4-3 they go. 1-1 pitch here to Dallas Blitz. It's a little ground ball to second. And Ihejirika is through 4 with 5 earned across. But that's all that the Jacks are going to get on offense. That's all that the Maples are going to get on offense, guys. We'll jump here to the top of the 9th as Neo Zamora gets Killian Murphy to strike out. Kind of a 50-50 call there by the umpire at first base, saying he went around. Johnny Redmayne is the last chance for Minnesota with deep drive out there to the warning track. That's going to be caught, but the Maples will hang on and get this W despite that little last few inning push by the Jacks to come back in this game. 5 runs in the first inning. That's what cost him this game. Otherwise, Ihejirika, he went 5. He had 4 walks, 6 strikeouts. I mean, other than that first inning, it was a pretty okay start. We'll see how he fares for the rest of the season, but Villafuerte was just a little too much, it seems, for those Jacks. All right, San Francisco and New York. I look at New York, I look at the Pizzazz team, and I see how they've got the talent, they got the power in that lineup, but they're really going to be dependent on Reagan Landish really turning his career around. Let's face it, he has not been a winning pitcher. He strikes out a lot of hitters, but his ERA is just inflated. It's just skyrocketing. So he's going to have to be really good this year. However he goes, that's where the pizzazz will go. You can see already what he's doing here to this Grizzlies lineup here. Strikeout after strikeout after strikeout. We're through 3 innings, and he's got maybe 5+ Ks at this point. So he's looking really darn good. Bottom of the 3rd inning, Bendito Ramriez with a man on base here. Parker Burnside gives up the first run of the ball game. Bendito with an RBI single. Let's jump now to the top of the 4th inning. 2-2 pitch. He's going to get Vincent Bonds for his 7th strikeout of the game. make it 8 right here against Trey Mashburn, and then make it 9 against Vito Vega. 9 strikeouts through 5 for Reagan Landish, but his offense really going to have to pick him up right now, guys. Only 1 run across 5 hits, and Landish is getting up 1 hit up till this point. Bottom 5. Remember we were talking about how the Pizzazz need to get the offense moving. Campos grounds out. Not sure what Burnside was doing there. He should have been running to home as the backup plan for Stoitsiadis. Maybe they might have had to play a little flip job over there at home. I'm not sure. But he didn't seem like he was in it. Didn't seem very comfortable in this hostile environment there in New York. Opening day, those Pizzazz fans are always crazy. Steven Pinto, top 50 prospect, did not pitch last season. He pitched in the playoffs, but he did not pitch in the regular season. So he doesn't have any numbers to show here, but look at this play by Timothy Pierce. And then the little scoop in the back end at first base to complete the play. Pinto gets out of the jam. Top 7th, another strikeout. Vincent Bonds goes down. That is number 11 for Reagan Landish. So if you guys selected in your channel points pick'em, Reagan Landish, he was one of the options to choose in that question, who's going to have the most strikeouts in their opening day start. Reagan Landish is your leader going into the clubhouse here with 11 Ks on opening day. Crazy. But game's not over. San Francisco, they have a runner on base here in the top of the 7th. Mashburn comes through with a base hit. Now we got runners on the corners here with Grant Warlock coming up, and he's going to strike out. Looking. Gallego shuts him down. But who's going to win this battle? San Fran, 2 runners on, 2 outs for New York. Base hit in the gap. Stoitsiadis comes through with a 2-out, 2 RBI double. San Francisco knocks Landish out of the game, not by his own doing, but by the pitch counts and the 11 Ks, and he's done for the day. They get to the bullpen, and they just continue to mash. Kevin Ka comes through with a RBI double. It's now 3-2 San Francisco. New York find themselves down in this game now. All game they've been up. Landish gave it everything he had, and yet here we are. New York is still losing. 3-2 game. James is going to strike out. Bush is going to strike out. Next batter up is Avante Duckworth. He will draw a walk. Interesting. Peter Kimball trying to shut this little push down by the Pizzazz, and he does just that. Fletcher's going to strike out, and the Grizzlies get an opening day victory on the road. Steven Pinto is your player of the game. 6 strikeouts in 2 2/3 innings. I mean, I dogged MLB The Show for their choice in the last game. I might be considering Stoitsiadis. Like, he got them back in the game. But 6 strikeouts through 2 2/3 is pretty good, too. I guess winning the game is not enough for MLB The Show, for Steven Pinto. They wanted to give him player of the game. I would consider Stoitsiadis. I'm more on the side that I want to award the offensive players the player of the game award. Anyway, good victory there for San Francisco. Bad loss for the New York Pizzazz, especially after that kind of start, after that dominating start by Reagan Landish. Let's jump to the next matchup here. We got Michigan and St. Louis. Humberto's going to get the scoring started here. 1-0 Michigan. Good pitching matchup, by the way. Bellamy Bloodworth against Cody Finney. And we can see just how nasty that Bloodworth is here in this game tonight. 7 inches of break on the cut fastball. Jack Mitchell's just looking foolish at the cutter. Almost hit his knees. That's how nasty that Bloodworth looks. Mario Mazza coming over from the Columbus Cardinals in the offseason. Now a Michigan Mallard. Wanted to play with his brother, Luigi. Almost hit a home run there off of Cody Finney. Dalton Jett with a base hit. He's going to get to second base after another hit by Luigi Mazza. So back-to-back singles off of Cody Finney, one of the GGBL's more veteran pitchers. Good pitcher. Ace of the St. Louis Maroons staff. Little double steal here for the Mallards, and Dalton Jett, not the fleetest of foot. I don't really like that call, but maybe they wanted a little hit and run action here. Oh, no! Ground ball to Robert Hayes. They're going to get a run anyway. That's what they wanted to do with the double steal, but it worked out regardless. Robert Hayes, what are we doing here? You can get to the bag. You're running against a catcher. Ipman is not fast. You can get to first base, bro. He throws it away. So top of the fourth continues. Full count pitch here to Humberto. He delivers a base hit. It is now 3-0. Ipman scores. Humberto is perfect in the ballgame now. Deep drive by Abernathy. Center fielder's not going to catch this one at all. Almost a home run, if not for the dimensions of this ballpark here. Gateway Park does push back the left center field wall quite a bit. Would have been a home run in any other park, and that's going to do it for Cody Finney. And guys, that's actually going to do it for the rest of the game. St. Louis can't muster up any offense. They had 2 hits today. 2 hits. Bloodworth was dominant. 7 Ks, 2 hits, 6 1/3. Finney gets saddled with the loss. Nothing really else to show you guys. Humberto goes perfect, 4 for 4 with 2 ribbies. They gave Bloodworth the player of the game. I'd probably be okay with that. Humberto, you know, his perfect game with 2 ribbies out of the 5 runs that were scored. Like, you can make an argument for Humberto, but I'm okay with Bloodworth being the player of the game here today. 7 strikeouts in 6 1/3. I'd definitely give that to the starting pitcher, especially considering only 2-hitter, right? Bullpen did a job too. Let's not forget about that. Next matchup, guys, Colorado and Columbus. 2 of our past GGBL champion teams. Cardinals and the Coyotes, of course, beating my Richmond Good Boys. We got a 0-0 game here. Run will score after a Janiel Rivera ground out. Dufour Laponte is going to fielder's choice that over to first base. Next batter up is Will Till. He will strike out. Satchel Michaels. It's, again, a tough matchup there. Columbus still got a pretty good offense, so Michaels got to help his own cause here against a tough pitcher in Janiel Rivera. He's going to give up runs. He's got to help himself out here. Base hit down the first base line. Michaels is going to deliver a leadoff double. We'll see if his teammates can come through here. CC Chavez, knuckleball, can't handle it. First out of the inning. Janiel will get another out there. Little fly ball to left field. That is Wallace Hayes. Free agent acquisition there for the Cardinals. He left the Kansas City Monarchs to come out and play for a championship caliber franchise. Guess he was just tired of the losing, right? Satchel Michaels comes through with a double. He seems to be the only guy figuring out Janiel Rivera to this point. They couldn't score in the 3rd. Let's see if they can get something done here in the 4th. Middle knuckleball here. Got CC to strike out the last time he faced the knuckleball, but not here. The catcher learned his lesson there. He knows pitch sequencing, doesn't he? Line drive, base hit over Hayes' head. It is a 1-1 game. Ground ball here to 3rd. Nice play by Will Till. Falling back toward foul territory. Great play at 3rd. Bunt attempt here. Xavier Hawkins bunts this to Neptune St. Clair, who again makes another great throw. We got 2 third basemen showing off the leather here. Neptune St. Clair, base hit here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Full count pitch. Little Vulcan change from Janiel Rivera. And that is the 24th game that Neptune St. Clair has had a hit in a row. He's got a little hitting streak going on. Full count here, and oh man, Satchel Michaels had a good pitch to hit. That's only 3 strikeouts for Janiel Rivera today. He was effective, but you can see on his facial expression there, he's not incredibly happy with how things went in this start. But hey, it's still a 1-1 game, and he got a big hitter in Satchel Michaels, who has had his number in this ball game today. Pinky Hoover comes on, deep drive. Oh, over Hayes' head. CC Chavez has really loved to go out there today, hasn't he? Testing Wallace Hayes. Here comes the throw back home, and he got St. Clair. The relay throw gets him. That's an incredible job by Hayes and Xavier Hawkins to team up here. A one-hop strike to get St. Clair. And when you consider the ballpark, you consider both of these teams with their offensive skill, the fact that it's 1-1, that play means everything. Bases loaded jam right now. Here's a dive by Kevin Dixon. It's scooped at first base by Paxton Burnside. What a play defensively by both of these teams right now to hang on to this 1-1 game. Kevin Dixon, of course, the free agent acquisition coming over from the Oklahoma City Cyclones. And then at first base, we got Daniel Anderson over here making another great defensive play. Hoover's going to strike out Lolich. He's gone. Hoover's come on and done a job here. Look at this. He's going to get Dufour LaPont as well. We're going to jump to the bottom of the 8th, and he's going to get St. Clair. So he continues to just slice and dice these Coyote hitters up. And we'll jump now to the top of the 9th as Dane Lund is going to come on here with 2 outs. We got Hayes at second. Will Till draws a walk, and he's going to give up a 3-run homer to Dino Casilla. Out of all of the ways to potentially lose this game, all of the defense at play, all the strikeouts, the good pitching, and he gets your closer to give up the 3-run shot. He's not really even technically a closer. He's more like a setup guy at this point. They do have a couple closing options. But yeah, top of the 9th. Can't get it done. Can't shut the Cardinals offense down. Gordo Roberson comes on, gets 3 straight outs. And that's your ball game. A 3-run home run is going to win the Cardinals this game. Dino Casilla is your player of the game. I can't argue with that. Breaking the tie with a 3-run shot. Pinky Hoover is your winning pitcher of the game. And, man, he pitched really good, man. 2 2/3, 6 strikeouts. He was better than Janil Rivera as far as K per 9 goes. It's kind of crazy. Janil Rivera is a strikeout caliber pitcher. But for Colorado, they had the offense moving. They had a lot of hits today. They just couldn't cash in, which cost them. So, guys, as we head out here to the final part, the finale here for opening day, we're going to get OKC in Vegas. This is all going to happen on Friday, guys. Everything that's got a 0-0 score still left to be played. That's what's on tap here for Friday night, 9 o'clock Eastern time. That'll be another premiere. Got a lot of good pitching matchups across the way here. OKC in Vegas, Atlanta, Carolina, Houston, KC, New Orleans, Nashville, Seattle, LA, Vancouver, San Diego. It's all going to be good, man. You got a lot of divisional battles here. OKC, Vegas in the AL West. You got 2 NL Central battles there with Houston, Kansas City, New Orleans, and Nashville. NL West battles, Seattle, LA, Vancouver, San Diego. And then NL East with Atlanta and Carolina. And you just look at those pitching matchups. You've got Trig Matthews against Nettles. You got Angel Escobar against Connor Saples. Zanetti against Giovitello Jr. Shevchuk against Lederman. It's truly going to be the cherry on top for opening day. This is a really good breakout of the rest of the opening day games, man. I'm excited to see them. But the one that I'm probably the most excited for will be New Orleans and Nashville. Now, most people would be like, why? It's New Orleans and Nashville. They're both terrible. But these two teams have quite a bit of storylines around them. You know, New Orleans is young. Is this finally going to be the year? We've been saying that about New Orleans for a few seasons now. They're going to finally put it together, right? Nashville, they've lost some pieces. They lost William Murphy 2 seasons ago. They lost Walker Lettier, right, to Seattle. Actually, it's kind of funny. They lost William Murphy and Walker Lettier to Seattle. So both of those players feeling like they wanted out of a losing culture. You've got Giovitello Jr. now coming out in public saying he might want out due to the losing culture. So it's just interesting to see if Nashville's going to find a way to break that little curse that they've got going on by not making the playoffs. They've been close a couple seasons, but they've really kind of fell off towards the end of the year. A 1-month final push, they couldn't get it done. So I'm excited to see that matchup specifically. A lot of other good matchups there too, but that one I'm keeping my eye on. So guys, leave a like if you like this thing. Opening day part 2 is over. I'll see you guys for part 3 here on Friday night. And then of course after that episode is done, we'll end up simulating a couple months. We'll get all the way to July 1st. And that way we'll get a statistics update, standings update, and awards race update as well, so you guys can see who's doing what, who's performing, and what are some storylines that are being built into Season 6. So guys, I'll see you in the next one on Friday night. As always, thank you so much for watching, and peace.